Danny confronts Hipster about all the culture bullshit she spewed about Danny's art to the myth hipster guy, and then they argue. And I've rewatched this scene multiple times over so I could explain it as best as possible. Basically, this is what's said. You don't know shit about my art. You think cause you're artsy, you can art all types of art? Your art isn't like my art, cause you want it to be art so bad, but art like yours has arted in the arts. You're right. Honestly, I wish I cared about this argument, but the emotion level is about as strong as me making a skit, arguing with myself. Then we get the classic problematic phone call and hear the shitty overused, whoa, slow down line. The detective's at the hospital and says he found his dad's AA sobriety button at the scene, which I think is supposed to be significant? I don't know. Seems lazy. Why would the detective even give a shit? Is this evidence? Clearly not, because you're handing it over to a civilian to be potentially tampered with. This movie gets more annoying as it goes along. The detective questions him as to when was the last time he's seen his brother. Then Danny goes to confront his brother. I have a lot of problems with this right now, but hold on.
Ghost!
Oh shit, little D. I was wondering when we was gonna see you again.
Fuck you!
What'd you say, son?
You heard what I said, bitch.
Well, don't get too upset there, big guy.
Why'd you do it? Say it! Be a man!
Yeah, little D.
Ghost clarifies that Miguel wasn't supposed to be there, but that he really doesn't care that he got shot anyway.
That puto deserves to die. Cause it should be him, and not Mom.
Danny punches him, gets headbutted, and kicked out. Danny goes to see his dad after surgery and urges him to get the cops involved, but Miguel doesn't want to, which, again, a lot of things are wrong right now. But hold on. Danny brings up how they found the coin. I guess it's not a button. And now watch.
I ain't done much to deserve it lately. Put in my wallet, please.
Are you shitting me? He just carries that photo around, not even in a pocket, just in the middle of the wallet? How does Eva Longoria feel about this? And does this mean that coin shit was just to get Danny to open his wallet? I mean, I get it, he drank that night and broke his sobriety, but the fact that it just kinda happened doesn't make me feel anything from it. I've experienced alcoholism firsthand, and this drew nothing from me. I feel like everything was so damn rushed in an almost 2-hour movie. Wow. I think Ghost actually kind of nailed it, right? Maybe he only remembers because she's a ghost too. Is this symbolism? How much do you think this lady got paid to be a photo the whole movie?
When I met your mother, I thought, doesn't matter how hard I try, I will never be able to build a car as beautiful as this one. Keep it, son.
Why didn't you ever show him this? Were you aware that your son had literally forgotten what she looked like and how much pain that would cause a kid? I know you burned the photos in a drunk rage, but then you turned sober. Still didn't give a fuck, huh? I think I'm with Ghost on this one.
That puto deserves to die.
Oh look guys, there's actually a lock on the gate, which isn't broken at all. Claudia shows up out of nowhere. How she knew he was here, I don't know. Did you follow him? Did you even try calling him first before you decided to come here? Did you use Snapchat maps? Did you break in too? She says that she's sorry to hear about his dad.
Sure that I'm the one that should be saying sorry though.
It's fine, we're friends.
Why are you here? You should be leaving for school. You have a scholarship. I didn't forget, did you, audience? She's like, I might just stay.
You know what I think? I think you need to quit being a little bitch.
I need to quit being a little bitch? Okay, what about you, huh?
Yeah, what about you, huh? Crying because your dad got shot? Oh, wah, my daddy almost died. Wah, my brother's a murderer. Wah, my best friend was a part of it. Wah. The rest of the scene is just more babbling. The point is, she encourages Danny to do his own thing. So then he calls the most important person in this movie.
I know we got a few weeks left for Big Chele, and this might be impossible, but we gotta try, right?
No googly Emmy.
Yeah.
Since green poison is busted, Danny wants to fix up one of the cars in his dad's junkyard. The car has a name too. I think it's called Convenient?
No googly Emmy montage.
Danny narrates that the Big Chele Invitational usually has big ballers go there to purchase the Lowriders, which he says for a reason. Trust me, It's vital.
How's the car coming along?
It's coming along, little by little.
Have you named it yet?
No.
Why don't you name it after your mom?
Why don't you help? You've been written in as this mechanic guru, and it's never put to use.
Y aquí los tenemos. Eva Longoria and Andy Chin.
Ghost, I really think you should talk to Pops. He's about to get out of the hospital. I came by your place, but you were already gone. I know the cops are looking for you, so I guess that probably means I won't see you for a while.
Okay, now we can talk about this. Try to pay attention. If the cops are looking for Ghost, then he's already a prime suspect in the attempted murder, right? I mean, it sounds like they just know he did it already. But at the very least, they want to bring him in for interrogation, right? My question is, how do they even know Ghost did it? Try to follow me on this one. In the hospital, Miguel says he doesn't want to rat out Ghost, involve cops, and be responsible for Ghost going back to prison.
Can't let them do this to you.
Said no, Danny.
Oh, God.
Okay, so he didn't say shit. When Danny first arrives to the hospital, he doesn't know what the hell happened. And that's the only time he talked to the detective.
Wait. What happened?
So Danny didn't say shit. And if you remember, the conversation ends with the detective asking when was the last time he had seen his brother.
I'm sorry to have to ask you these questions now, but it's important. So when's the last time you saw your brother?
And the scene then transitions into Danny going alone to see Ghost. Was the detective aware of this? Did he send you? What the fuck was said after this? I gotta go, Mr. Policeman. Don't follow me. Ghost basically admitted guilt when Danny went to go see him. So isn't withholding that information illegal? So technically, Danny's a criminal. But he didn't say shit. Miguel didn't say shit. Eva Longoria doesn't know shit. Isabel wasn't even on set that day. And don't try to tell me fucking Chewie told him, because then Chewie's ass would be going to prison too. He was an accessory to that. Or you know what? Maybe Chewie reached some sort of bargain where he divulges vital information and in return gets his freedom. But wait, that also wouldn't make sense, because then that would mean that the detectives would have Ghost's location already and they would have caught him already thanks to Chewie. But that didn't happen. Plus, that would be a pretty important scene to just let the audience imagine it happening off screen. Okay, you know what? Maybe there's cameras at the shop. So they saw Umaga, the other guy, and Chewie. Wait, that would just throw it right back to the last scenario where Chewie would also get arrested. And there's no way they even have cameras, because then they would have known Ghost left with green poison in the beginning of the movie. I know what you guys are thinking. Dude, the only logical explanation is that Chewie told them. Chewie's the one that called 911, so he is the first person they saw and questioned. And I would agree with you, had it not been for the scene where Danny is trying to convince his dad to tell the cops what happened, because that insinuates that they do not know what happened, yet the detective asked them about his fucking brother. So is this just a big hunch? And not to mention, Danny shows up to Ghost's place saying, "Why'd you do it?" Which, how the fuck do you know he did it? That means the detective had to show you some sort of evidence, but it's not shown. And when Danny leaves Ghost to go see his dad, he tells his dad that Chewie told him everything. So did you leave the detective to go talk to Chewie first or after? Why wasn't it shown? It already doesn't make sense. It makes the timeline more confusing. It's just no Guglielmi. No Guglielmi, ladies and gentlemen. He's the real star of this movie. The plot? No. No Guglielmi. Hey, who told the detective that Ghost had anything to do with this? No Guglielmi. Why did Miguel hide his wife's picture from No Guglielmi. No Guglielmi. No Guglielmi.
Yeah.
Miguel was finally out of the hospital. Alright, dude, we get it, you vape. Miguel sees the car, loves it, and starts talking about how Danny's love for art and his love for lowriders are similar. Are you sure you're okay? Did you get properly discharged, or? They have this bonding moment, and it turns out there's a ghost watching over them. Symbolism. No. Fuck you. Why doesn't Ghost get out and go talk to them right here? Because he ends up going to Big Chele to talk to his dad anyway, so what's stopping him from doing that now, in private, without cops? How long have you been there? Are you trying to be discreet? Because that's not a thing anymore with your new vehicle. The day has come. Big Chele, who will take home the grand prize along with an invitation to an even bigger lowrider competition.
What's up, man? You don't take no time off or what? You like it?
It's all right. It's
All right, come on.
No, I'm proud of you.
Yo, the 5-0.
Good luck tonight, Danny.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. There's no point. Some really happy Asian guys come up to them and offer to give them all the money they want for the car. Danny declines. See? I told you it was vital. Ghost shows up and tells his dad he's not worried about the cops and just wants to know why he didn't visit him in prison. Danny sees them and then sees the detective calling backup, I'm assuming. And he starts pointing, as if whoever he's talking to can see him.
No, leave him alone. He's the boy. No, we can't leave him alone.
Okay, here's my issue with this last scene. Danny runs after Ghost, jumps in his car, and tells him he won't leave him.
Get out. You're my brother. I'm not gonna leave you.
Immediately after, he yells at Ghost, telling him it's not too late to pull over.
Look, Ghost, it's not too late, man. Just pull over.
Which, if that's what you wanted, why didn't you urge him to not drive off initially? Then they run into a roadblock with a chopper. Once again, is this really all necessary for a suspect being targeted with zero evidence? Ghost tells Danny to get out, and Danny tells him,
Ghost, no. Don't do this, please, don't.
what's this? Don't turn yourself in? Because then that goes against what you said earlier. Don't try and run the roadblock? He's got no fucking shot. What are you trying to— Oh, is he about to pull a set it off?
Driver, put your hands above your head. Do not take one more step forward, sir. I will shoot you.
Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, que el Señor está contigo.
I didn't come to see you because I was a coward.
I'm not gonna lie, this part got to me when I watched it in theaters. My eyes got a little wet, but I'm an emotional ass dude, so I don't know if I can really credit the movie. You fail yet again.
Black screen.
Danny decides to finally visit his mom's gravestone. What's her name? Maricelinas. He gets closure with his mom. The shop's doing great. Danny is a full-time artist with car murals. Chewy got hired. Danny sends Hipster his art in a magazine. Isabel has her quinceañera. Miguel loves Eva Longoria. Danny and Claudia are a thing, I guess. Look at this lazy, shitty, crappy way of finishing this romance off.
I know.
You two look cute together.
Where do you think it's a good spot?
Right here.
Now that's true love. Don't you just love it when they close out all the subplots in a matter of seconds? Now I'm no filmmaker, but it makes for a hell of an ending. And that's the movie. So, I know I spent a lot of time picking— What? Oh, Ghost? Oh yeah, don't worry, he's in prison.
Hello, son.
What's up, little D?
So I know I spent a lot of time picking this movie apart, but be aware, that was my goal. But like I said, I don't hate this movie. I could see myself watching it randomly if it's on Telemundo in the background. Which brings me to another point, which is kind of important. I can't attest to the representation of the lowrider culture in this movie. I know nothing of it, so the accuracy of it all is really up to the audience. I actually hope people enjoy this movie because I would love to see more, for lack of a better term, Mexican films being made, because I haven't really seen a good crossover one since Under the Same Moon. But overall, it was an okay movie. I think Damian Bichir and Theo Rossi did a great job. Everyone else was there. I support the goal that the movie had in mind, but that doesn't mean I have to love the movie. It has a lot of flaws and it feels so fucking rushed. This is considered a low budget movie, so I can excuse some of the technical flaws, but I shouldn't be able to go on tangents about the major plot holes you have in this movie. I mean, you picked such a safe story and still fucked it up. And most importantly, can we talk about how you made a movie titled Lowriders and did not play War's Lowrider throughout the movie once? I don't know, maybe that's like too cheesy to do. That wasn't the vibe you were going for.
Rider.
Like I said, this was my first ever movie review. I put a lot of work into it, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you liked the video, please give it a like. Subscribe because I have more content coming your way and hopefully even more movie reviews. And as always, I am No Googly Emmy, and I am out. Bah.